squishy? Do you really want someone to have control over your personal choices? Do you really want to be marketed to on every level just because you are within the close distance of your phone or your laptop or your gaming device? When you take the monkey off your back and you, in a big way, refuse to be imprisoned by a multitude of social media apps, see how it is. See how your experience of life changes. Week 3 of 5 Steps to Probable Change. Week 3 is how to be. So you have to change your mind before the behaviors are applicable to your life. So I'm going to quickly go over week 2's steps because I think it's important to remind ourselves of these things that I hope you wrote down, because when you write them down, they're in your visual field every day. Then they get imprinted in your mind. Actually, even the process of writing them down will embed them in your memory. And the first one, very important: stop judging and start accepting. Remember, we don't judge ourselves and we don't judge others. Number 2, becoming aware or awareness of your energy. What behaviors give you more energy? What behaviors sap or deplete your energy? Where do we get energy and what depletes it? Number 3, follow through. Basically, that's true for anything in your life. If you don't follow through, then you're not going to implement that. It's not going to benefit you. You must have follow through. Number 4, this is the sweetest one, because when you start doing this, it just changes your life on every level. Be kind. Be kind means you are expressing respect, right? If you're not kind to yourself, then you don't respect yourself, and other people probably won't either. If you're not kind to others, then you're showing them in your behavior that you do not respect them. There's no shortage of love in our hearts. There's no shortage of hate either, if that's what we want to cultivate. So you choose. You want to cultivate hate or kindness? Number 5, forgive. Forgive and release the energy of shame, blame, guilt, whatever it is. Forgive others and forgive yourself. There is no going back to change the past. You can change how you feel about the present moment. Week 3 of 5 probable steps to change to your best life, to your ultimate happiness. The first step in this week 3 is be present. Presence is being awake for our life. Presence is being aware of our life and everything that's happening in our life. Plant this seed in your mind, because it's something I think about a lot. When we go out to do things, when we spend time with other people, even if you're just on a walk or you're exercising, walking the dog, or hanging out with friends or family, we have this monkey on our back, and it's called a phone. And you can't really be present in your life or for your life when you're distracted by your phone. And I see people often looking at their phone, or people sitting down for meals with friends or family, and they've got their phone in their hand and they're looking at their phones and they're scrolling through social media and they're scrolling through their text messages. This takes you out of the experience of your life. So presence is the ability to be awake for your life, aware of your life, of the things that are happening right here and now. Present moment awareness will be fully within whatever it is you're doing. So I challenge you. Leave your phone at home and go for a walk, or leave your phone at home and go have coffee with your friend. Don't allow the distraction of your phone, and don't let that control your life and your ability to enjoy your life, because that is what is happening now. And that is one of the biggest things that we can learn within this process of change, is that we don't want to be nurturing addictions and unhealthy ones. And the phone is an unhealthy addiction. One of my pet peeves as a health counselor and a fitness counselor is when people say, oh, but I did so-and-so however many thousands of steps. The problem with that is you are looking at your phone, one, to monitor your exercise, but it's not beneficial. You should be walking until your muscles feel fatigued. You should be walking for as long as it takes for you to get your heart rate up. Don't rely on the phone to monitor these things. You should be walking as long as it takes for you to get the full benefit of a walk and being outdoors. Marley, come here. Where is she? See, I'm still present with her, just making sure she doesn't eat something gross. I don't know about you, but I don't want anybody having control of my life but me. So try it out, see how that feels. Okay, now that I've done my rant, number 2, experience gratitude. Experience, not think about. So here's the difference between thinking about things you are grateful for and then just experiencing gratitude for the things that you are grateful for. For one program, I did a month of gratitude practice, writing down all the things I was grateful for at the end of the day. And it's great, you know, but I didn't find a real benefit from it in the practice of writing things down, like thinking about and then writing down. The greatest benefit that I experience is when I notice, and this is part of our presence and our awareness, when throughout my day I notice things that are just like I am so grateful for. So when I am going about my day and then I am overcome with a sense of gratitude, that is the experience of gratitude for whatever it is in my life that I am involved with, that I am grateful for. I get overcome with gratitude. And so I am fully bathing in the experience of gratitude. Like, wow, I am so lucky. When I sit down to a meal with my man, or when I get to spend time with my family, my daughter, my granddaughter, like, those are the biggest experiences of gratitude that I have in my life. Then all of a sudden, these waves of gratitude come over me when I'm just driving to town. I'll get a wave of gratitude for nothing at all. I mean, it's just the gratitude of being alive. It's the aliveness that I feel, and that only comes when I'm present in the moment. When I'm fully aware and present in the moment, then the gratitude comes. It's just an experience. It is not a mental note. It is not a written down note. It's just the experience, and that releases dopamine. When you experience gratitude, you get a hit, this hormone that makes you feel good. Just like Marley's feeling good right now, right? Whoa! And you also get a dopamine hit when you open your social media app and a bunch of people liked your profile picture or something, right? The problem is, once you close the app, you drop below baseline. And I was talking about baseline in another video. The problem with dropping below baseline is that then you go into a dopamine deficit. You feel badly. It's like being depressed in energy. So what we're aiming for is natural dopamine release, which comes when you are experiencing gratitude. And then you never drop below baseline. You might level out, and then you might go to baseline, you know, just when then you have to conduct your regular life, but you don't drop below. But if you're a gamer, you drop way below. If you're a meth addict, you drop way below. So your dopamine might go really high, but then you're going to drop really low. When you're addicted to social media, the problem is that it's artificial and you're dropping below baseline. So I just want to make that comparison here. When you come into the present moment of your life and you're present with your life and you're present with your family or your dog or whoever it is, whatever it is, when you are present and you are in joy, that is the gratitude practice. So write this down. Number 2, gratitude. Oh, number 3 is a little difficult. Not for me. I used to be afraid of this, and now it's what I seek. I love challenges, and I love the unknown. As in, I don't know what is happening when I go on this trip, international trip, or to the store, or on my walk. To come into the acceptance and then the invitation to challenge yourself and to experience the unknown, because life is the challenge and everything is unknown. You can plan and plan and plan and plan your whole entire fucking life, but everything is unknown. If you've ever experienced, like I have, the death of someone that is premature, that you have loved, excuse me for a moment, then you will know how precarious life is. And that today you are alive and tomorrow you may not be. You waste your life worrying or having anxiety about challenges and the unknown is really, you're squandering the ability to be in presence and to welcome what is not known. Before I learned to meditate when I was 18, 19 years old. I was riddled with anxiety all the time, always worrying about what was happening, trying to plan and knowing that I didn't really have control over what happened. And I learned to meditate, and it changed my life. Now, it took probably 20 years to really fully integrate the process of meditation. And then at one point in my life, I think I was in my 30s, I was terrified of, for some reason, going in a plane, but I really wanted to go to India. And so I said, you know what? Fuck it. Just fucking do it. And the more that you get in a plane and you conquer your fears, the less fearsome it is. You know, then you have to make peace with death. And once I lost my sister to a unexpected car accident, I lost my fear of death. Because life is precarious. And if we're not willing to let go of our fears and our anxieties and conquer the unknown and take on the challenges and then start inviting the challenges, then we live a life of fear. What's beyond death is beautiful. So just accept that. Know that you are going to be a being of light energy once you are passed to the other side, and let go of that fear. And then take on the world. You know, we have been given a gift. Embrace that gift of life as much as possible. And that really is only possible once we accept and invite challenges and the unknown possibilities that lie ahead. So when you begin to master your mind and the thoughts and the fears, and you turn fear into self-confidence and to an inner knowing that, you know, everything is going to be all right. Because really, when it's not all right, it's just in our mind anyway. Yes, there are war-torn countries. I understand this. I am aware. But when you think about being proactive when you are in a challenging situation, when something happens, that you can do something about it. You can be proactive. Proactivity is taking charge, and taking charge is being in control, and always visualize the best outcomes. Number 4, open yourself up to new relationships, and you start embodying what it is you would like to be, or who it is you would like to be, the kinds of behaviors that you want to have in your life, to go out and start making new connections, right? So take a personal assessment. Who are the people that you are around that are embodying the behaviors that you want to adopt, or that look like the kind of people that you want to be, right? You have to start really being discerning about who you are spending time with. You know, it makes sense when you think about it logically, but it's not easy to do. But I promise you, it will change your life, because you can't effectively make change in your life if you're still around the same people that are doing or participating in those old behaviors. Number 5, I pretty much already covered number 5. Put the phone down, leave the house, and go for a nice long walk without it. The thing is you won't miss it after a while, and it will begin to feel like a burden has been lifted off your shoulders. The burden has been lifted off your shoulders because you won't have an inclination to look at something that is not there. Society, actually the world, has now been programmed to be addicted to device use. Whether that's gaming or being on your phone or scrolling through social media, it is an addiction, and it causes a physiological response in the brain that people are addicted to. Get a dopamine hit when you pick up your phone and you see a text message. If you're on social media and you get responses to your own posts, then you get the dopamine hit. So these are by design, by these manufacturers of these devices, and by the app manufacturers, and by the gaming manufacturers. All of these are designed to pull your attention away from your present moment awareness. If we have a society that is absolutely absorbed in everything but what is happening here and now, then we have a society of sheep. Yes, I am going to say it plain as day. They are designing a society of sheep, of people that are addicted to devices, addicted to gaming, addicted to apps, addicted to pharmaceutical drugs. And when you are addicted, you are in prison. So we are all imprisoned by these devices until we shut them down. I put my phone in a drawer at home so that I do not have it within my visual view, because if it's not in my view, I don't have the inclination to flip it over and look at it, right? So when it's not in my view, I don't even think about it. When it's sitting on the counter, I think that I should check it for some reason. It's just a response. I also leave my phone at home as much as possible when I'm going out for a walk with the dog. Phone at home most of the time, unless I happen to be filming these shorts or videos or whatever to keep you addicted to YouTube. Haha. So here's a good practice in self-discipline. You're wasting your life watching other people live their life. Okay, think about that. If you're ready to wake up to your life and start enjoying it and have gratitude all the time, I am overwhelmed with gratitude all the time. So I basically have all those feel-good hormones blowing up, exploding in my brain all the time because I am always in a gratitude practice. If you are sick and tired of feeling tired, if you're not healthy and you want to be healthy, if you want to fight disease, and fighting disease just means changing yourself because you created the disease. Yes, you did. Sorry. That might not be popular. I'll get to that later. If you want a true change in your life, then by all means, subscribe to the channel, like the program. I will start to get into the practical methods to change your health, but right now we are starting with behaviors and mindset. And do you want to master your mind, or do you want someone else mastering your mind? Okay? That's what it boils down to. Comment below, because I want to hear from you. Are you getting involved with all these processes? Have you written down the steps? And are you starting to notice the changes? Go to my website, yogamindEnergybody.com. After you watch this video, you should probably shut down your phone or your device and walk away from it. Just see if you can. Test yourself, challenge yourself. Are you able to take a walk without your phone? Are you able to sit down with a friend and be there completely 100% attention in a conversation without having your phone distract you? Test it out. See, are you an addict? Are you letting them control your mind? The answer might surprise you.